Hey amigos, sorry for the delay. We started off straight away with a technical glitch. My computer crashed, so I had to switch to my MacBook, and yeah, don't no fancy backgrounds like I've got over that side of the room, no proper lights. I'm a bit of a mess. If you can hear me, please give me a thumbs up on Facebook. Say hi over on YouTube. Let's see if he's running over there as well. Typical, just Lopez Quiz nonsense, even though it's been a long time since we've done one of these. I think it's working on YouTube, just checking. One comment over there, I don't know how many people are watching. Seems to be working okay though. We've got thumbs up. All right, that is a good sign. Let me turn the brightness up on my phone so I can see comments. You can hear me. Hello, welcome to the party. Let's see who is involved. My phone's crashed. That's useful. I hope the video hasn't crashed. Oh no, not a good start. Now playing. All right. Yes, okay. Hola, hermano. ¿Qué tal, Mickey? Shakira saying, what's happening? I see you, says Sarah. Welcome to the party. Paula, hi. Ray, hello. You can hear me. All right, we're good to go. I'm going to explain very quickly what Lopez Quiz is. We started doing Lopez Quiz, myself, Michelle helping me out, and everybody who's been playing at home at the start of the lockdown, at the beginning of the pandemic, 422 years ago. So I've been doing it for some time. We took a hiatus while I was out performing, doing shows on ships, which I'm kind of doing right now, just off a ship for a few days before jumping back on. I am performing in Cardiff though next week. I'm rambling. The rules of Lopez Quiz are easy. Anyone can play. If you're watching this right now, I know it looks like a strange setting. Usually it's a bit fancier than this. If it is, sometimes I've been on tour and I've done this from my hotel room and it's looked worse than this. So I am currently in my flat in Cardiff doing Lopez Quiz for you all. I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions and you are going to answer them. The rules are simple. Do not post the answers in the comments. Do not post the answers in the comments. That will ruin everyone's fun. Please, comment with jokes and playing around, saying you're enjoying yourself. That helps out, helps other people see it. Lukewarm, Team Lukewarm from Plymouth are in the house. YouTube is working all right. Evening, says Katie. Trucker Tucker's ready to rock this and roll. Nick is playing. We got a bunch of people there. He said, Michelle, drink. Yeah, we got some drinking games to play. If you like to play drinking games while you're playing a quiz, every time I mention Michelle, you can take a drink. Every time there's a technical glitch, you can also drink then. So you probably finish your pint if you got a pint with you, because it took a while to get this thing rolling tonight. It was already set to go at 7 p.m. an hour early, and my computers just started freezing. So I need to, for all of you technical people out there, I need to update all of the software that's on my computer that I haven't been using much because I've been traveling around. I know the world is a complete disaster right now. I know there's a lot of mess going on, so I'm gonna try not to reference that because I like to keep it nice and family friendly, the quiz, and a lot of what's going on out there makes me feel like swearing, so I'm gonna restrain myself and we're just gonna have some fun playing Lopez Quiz. The questions have not been loaded onto my MacBook because they were on my computer, so I'm going to transfer them over now. Apologies for the delay. This is my face while I'm looking at my MacBook, by the way, the control center, the nerve center of Lopez Quiz this evening. So yeah, drink if I mention Michelle, drink if there's a technical glitch. So just continuous drinking all night. And also you can drink if I drink. So I'm going to take a sip of my drink right now. Salud. Take a drink every time there's a technical glitch. Is one of the questions who won the rugby this afternoon? It is not, all right? It is not one of the questions. We are not doing rugby-related questions. We'll see if something pops up in the sports round. So anyone can play, anyone can get involved. All you need is a pen and paper, all right? You can play solo, you can play in a team, you can play over WhatsApp with your friends, whatever you like. All you need to do is write down the answers on a piece of paper. At the end of each round, I am going to recap all of the questions. It's just one long round, 10 questions split into parts. I'm going to recap the questions, then I'm going to give you the answers. So no posting the answers in the comments, all right? It's imperative that you don't do this. Transferring all of these over at once. Will that work? Yes, it will. It's a bit of a mess. Let's give it a go. All right. Okay, this is going to take longer than I thought. I had it all ready to go. Who knows, if we do another one of these, if the world is still here and we do another, then hopefully I'll be a bit more prepared. Wrote the questions in advance and everything. This is tedious for everyone involved, I think. It's difficult when you're solo, when you're at home. You're not, it's not like hosting a gig or anything at home. In a live comedy audience, because I can bounce off the crowd. But with this, I'm just staring at my own face in a screen. It is quite off-putting. I apologize for anyone else that's ever had to stare at my face during anything in the past. All right, does this work? Yes, it's barely legible what it says at the top there. It says Lopez Quiz, February 2022. Yeah, all right. Hashtag Lopez Quiz. If you want to get involved on Twitter as well, I will be checking Twitter later on. And Instagram, hashtag Lopez Quiz. Will there be a drawing round? Who knows? All right. I figure we just crack on, right? I'm going to try and monitor the comments as well. Things are there. Let's have a look here. A drink, says Steve. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody drink at all times. I think that's the only way we're going to get through this. That's the only way we're going to get through just life in general. Okay. So yeah, my webcam's a bit slow and twitchy as well. That doesn't seem to be ideal, but we shall see. Bugs Life spent the break measuring everything in spaghetti. Is there a spaghetti one? Ooh, sports round. Yeah, there's some sports questions coming up. Don't worry. The amazing Zebra Brush return. Mini Zebra Brush is a lightweight though. No sweat. I hope everyone's had fun today, watching rugby, etc. If they have been watching it, regardless of the result, which isn't the question, so don't worry about it. No spoilers. Every step I take, I make a new friend. Good to hear it, David. We're blaming Russian interference for my technical glitches and stuff. I'm going to try not to talk about that crazy dictator Putin marching up on Ukraine. So I'm not going to talk about that. All I've been doing is refreshing refreshing the news all day for the last couple of days, in between doing other stuff as well, which I'm excited to tell you about. So I'll be making some announcements later on. Let's crack on the quiz. It's 8:20. Let's do this. Let's ask some questions and let's get this thing started. Okay. Question 1. All right. So pens at the ready. Stick them down on your paper. Do not post the answers in the comments. All right. That is imperative. You do not do that. Oops. Dragging and dropping stuff. Just class this is a technical glitch. You guys should probably just line up shots and this might work a little bit better. All right, question 1. What are the following fears of? A, gamophobia. B, heliophobia. And C, octophobia. For 3 points, tell me each one. What are the following fears of? Oh, let's just go a bit brighter. That might make life a bit easier. Gamophobia, heliophobia, and octophobia. 3 points. Tell me which one each is. What week number are we? I don't know. I'm starting from scratch, man. I'm just going to name it by the months for the time being until we maybe go weekly again with something. I don't know. It's busy times. I've been on and off performing on ships. One in particular. P&O one. Welsh Rabbits, is there a YouTube link? Yes, there is. It is over on YouTube. If you go to, if I post the YouTube in the comments on my phone, I'll give that a go. So if I go youtube.com/C, it's a bit long. Ignacio Lopez Comedy. And that should be the link. So that is in the comments now. That should work. It's a link to YouTube if you want to go that way. Hasn't popped up as a link. Fine. Races, I have no booze in the house. Just shots of water, Coca-Cola. How long has it been since the last Lopez quiz? 6 months, says Storm. And what a 6 months it's been. All right, so that was question 1. What are the following fears of? Gamophobia, heliophobia, and octophobia. 3 points up for grabs. Do not post the answers in the comments. Stick them on your piece of paper. Write them down on paper. Question 2. I think some people were expecting a question like this. Question 2. What is the tallest statue in the world? Okay, what is the tallest statue in the world? Which country is it in? For a second point. Which country is it in? And a final point. How tall is it in toilet rolls? How tall is it in toilet rolls? Long-time players of Lopez Quiz will know we measure distances in spaghetti and we measure height in toilet rolls. That is because those are the things we could not get hold of during the start of the pandemic. Toilet roll, for those that don't know, is standard measurement is 10 centimeters. A toilet roll is 10 centimeters tall. So maybe work out the maths on this one. Hey, hope you're doing well as well, Samson. Welcome to the party, man. Don't know if you're playing or if you're just checking in to say hi. Technical glitches all over the place, if anyone wants to drink. Question 2, what is the tallest statue in the world? Which country is it in? And how tall is it in toilet rolls? I will recap all of the questions. If you've missed out on any, so don't worry. You'll have a chance to fill them in at the end. Question 3. Another long one. Question 3. Back in 2017, Iran claimed 14 of which animal found near the nation's borders were actually spies. Okay, in 2007, Iran claimed 14 of which animal found near the nation's borders were actually spies. And the clue is, in Greek, the animal is called shadow tail. All right, it's called shadow tail in Greek. Bonus, and this is the drawing section, okay, the arts and crafts. You might want to pass the pen over to whoever is the best illustrator in your group, because this might help you out. Or if you're playing solo, it's on you. You've got to do this. Put your pen in your mouth, and I'm going to give you 1 minute, all right, to draw the animal, whatever animal you think it is. You get 1 point automatically for drawing it, so it's always worth a shot. Give it a try. That's a bit of advice for all pub quizzes. I've been hosting some in other places as well, like Motel Nights in Cardiff. I was doing that last year. We had to put a bit of a stop to because I've been traveling all over the place. Thank you, Anthony. Thanking me for the humor there. Much appreciated. Gracias también. Back in 2007, Iran claimed 14 of which animal found near the nation's borders were actually spies. Clue, in Greek, the animal is called shadow tail. All right, shadow tail. Bonus, draw one with your mouth. Share it on Insta/Twitter hashtag Lopez Quiz, and you get yourself a bonus 5 points for sharing it on social media. So we're going to give you 1 minute starting now. There we go. 1 minute from there. You've had a bit of time. You had 2 minutes. You had one already. 1 minute left. Clock is ticking. Have a drink. How's the hand, says Kieran? My hand is okay. For those of you who don't know, I had a bit of a stumble, a bit of a fall. Well, it was off a scooter traveling in Lisbon. That might make its way into my stand-up. Might chat a little bit about that when doing stand-up comedy. Again, which I've been doing around the country and on ships, on the Iona. But good to hear from you, man. Good. Hope you're doing well. Is it really your phone number in Neath Spoon's toilets? I called it, but it didn't sound like you. It definitely isn't. But if somebody has written that, that's pretty amusing. What is a zebra dog, says Steve Postino. You'll have to watch the stand-up special to find out. We got comments disappearing. Shadowtail does sound like a spy cover name. It sounds good, doesn't it? So hopefully if your illustrations, that's the end of your minute, by the way. If your illustrations are any good, maybe we'll make a kid's book about the spy, which is this animal. I'm not going to tell you which animal it is. So question 3, just to recap before I move on. Back in 2007, Iran claimed that 14 of which animal found near the nation's borders were actually spies. Clue, in Greek, the animal is called shadowtail. So if you speak Greek, that might be a help. But if not, who knows? The bonus is if you draw one with your mouth, you should have finished the drawing by now. Share it on Insta or Twitter for a bonus 5 points on top as well. So 1 point for the correct answer, 1 point for your drawing, and 5 points if you share it on social media. We got somebody commented they saw me in Newark last year. That was a fantastic show. That would have been with Jason Manford. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Hope to come back soon. I've not actually seen much of Newark, just went straight into town, did the show, and then vanished. I actually did another show that night in a bingo hall in Birmingham, which was not as much fun. It was fun, but it was not as good as playing that theater in Newark, which was wicked. I think my shadow tail has been run over, says Alan. I feel like my shadow tail is dangling off at the back there. All right, question 4 coming up. The name of which famous automobile manufacturer means blacksmith when translated? The name of which famous automobile manufacturer means blacksmith when translated? I'm very sorry about the technical quality of the quiz this time. Ray says, I'm doing Duolingo in Welsh. Greek names for things, that isn't helping with that. Well, you never know. Maybe next Lopez quiz, there'll be a question about an animal with a Welsh name, like penguin. Which is whitehead, anyone's wondering. That is where the name for penguin comes from, whitehead. Bit of trivia, not needed for this quiz, doesn't help you out with these answers. Question 4, the name of which famous automobile manufacturer means blacksmith when translated? I'm going to hop on over to YouTube, see if there's any comments I've missed. It's annoying doing this on one screen as well. What are we looking at? Yes, people saying it's okay, they can hear me, fantastic. Kate said, I was running late, so I made up that you were, it makes me feel better. Mike says, I suffer from phobophobia. That's the fear of phobias, is it? Fear of fear itself. There is nothing to fear but fear itself. Who said that originally? That's not the question in the quiz. We saw you in Dunmo, says Sharika. Welcome to the party. Well, that was a fun gig also. That was for... Paddy Lennox, who I believe is in Cardiff right now. Weird coincidence with another friend who's a comedian. But I am hosting this, and I think it's working okay on each platform. Yeah. Question 5. So we're going into a kind of sports question. Question 5. Which dart player has played in a record 31 consecutive world championships? Which dart players played in a record 31 consecutive world championships? Bonus. What is the lowest score you can get with 3 darts? What was the lowest score you can get with 3 darts? I don't remember this quiz being so hard. Come on, you can do a drawing and just guess if you don't know what the answer is. Just take a wild guess. Maybe I'll give some clues when I recap by accident. Or maybe I'll do like I did on some very early quizzes, which is to flash up the answers completely by accident when I'm trying to recap the questions. That's always a bit of fun. Which dart player has played in a record 31 consecutive World Championships? Bonus, what is the lowest score you can get with 3 darts? 2 points is how many points you get for this, by the way, not the answer to that question. And question 6. Sports question, one of my favorites, playing this evening. David suffers from anarachnophobia, a fear of train spotters. Good to know. Question 6. Rafa Nadal made history by winning how many Grand Slams with victory against which player in the Australian Open? So for 2 points, tell me 1, how many Grand Slams does Rafa Nadal have? And for a second point, tell me which player he beat in the Australian Open to get that final Grand Slam, the record-breaking Grand Slam. So 2 points up for grabs there. Rafa Nadal made history by winning how many Grand Slams with victory against which player in the Australian Open? That's easy, right? You all know that. Oh, CJI said, we saw you in Dunmo too. Fantastic. I'm hopefully I'll be going back there. I think Paddy is keen to get me back down as well. We had a lot of fun. And hopefully I can stick around next time. Paddy's offered me a place to crash. Don't watch my YouTube set with Norman the Train Spotter then, says Ray. Okay, we'll be sure to not to. If that's for the sufferer of anarachnophobia, David there. Be careful what you seek out on the internet. I think everything's working smoothly. Why is the internet better on Wi-Fi than it is with a cable? Bizarre. Question 7. We are flying through these. Some longer questions coming up, I believe. Question 7. In the Nick Park of Aardman Animation's comedy franchise, what is the name of the titular man and his pet dog? All right, in the Nick Park Animation comedy franchise, what is the name of the titular man and his pet dog? It's a famous British animated cartoon, stop motion animation. What is the name of the man and his pet dog? Mike said, has it frozen for anyone else? Oh no, Ray said that. Seems to be working okay, I think. Una says, I don't know who Rafa played in the final, but I'm very sure who he didn't play. Yep. That person that you're referring to, I believe, just lost in the Dubai tennis tournament. In fact, Rafa's just beaten the same player that he beat in the Australian Open in Mexico right now. Finally, a question I know the answer to. Good news. Question 7. In the animation by Nick Park, what is the name of the man and his pet dog? Yay, cartoons, my level at last. I don't know if it's classed as claymation. It's definitely classed as stop motion. Finally, one question I can get right. Cracking cheese, says Paula. It is indeed. For fans of Wensleydale. Question 8. Okay, we're going into a film question here, folks. Question 8. In which film franchises do each of the following corporations play a sinister role? All right, in which film franchises do each of the following corporations play a sinister role? A. Cyberdyne Systems Corporation. Cyberdyne Systems Corporation. B. Umbrella Corporation. C. Tyrell Corporation. And D. Buena Vista International. Buena Vista International. Okay, so we've got 4 company names there. Tell me which film franchises do each of them play a sinister role? Steve says what? Tim Henman. Could be Tim Henman. Not the answer to this, obviously, the sports question. The darts one, you mean, right? Is he any good at darts, Tim Henman? In which film franchises do each of the following corporations play a sinister role? A. Cyberdyne Systems Corporation. B. Umbrella Corporation. C. Tyrell Corporation. D. Buena Vista International. 4 points up for grabs with this question. You know I like my films. That's question 8. So I'm just having some problem moving around questions, etc. Is that working? Yes, here we go. All right, question 9. You're gonna have to bear with me for a moment, folks, for question 9, because question 9 is indeed Nana's films. But Nana has been on the sherry all day. She hasn't been. She's just been binge watching the news, drinking lots of sherry. So it's gonna take me some while to go get her because I've been moving from room to room, rushing to get this done. So. The Lopez Quiz was my brain training, says Luis. So Nana's films, you have to name the 5 films Nana's been watching. You get a point for each one. I'm going to have to go get Nana. For the meantime, keep yourselves occupied. Have some more drinks. Consider this a technical glitch while I go fetch Nana. But we will see. I'll see you back shortly. I'll go get Nana and she'll be able to help you out by telling you what film she's been watching recently. She's had a few sherries. She might not be entirely legible what film she has seen. Let me fetch Nana. Be back in a moment. Oh, hiya, loves. Oh, long time no see anyway. Well, I can't see you, loves, but I can see your comments. But my glasses are for seeing far away, see, so I can't read them. Ignacio said I need to get bifocals, I do. But they're too expensive, see, that's the problem. Everything's too expensive these days. He told me to get a new scarf because it was too much green in my headscarf and it was ruining the green screen. And now he's not using the flipping green screen. Waste of my time, loves. Waste of my times. Well, it's nice to see you all too. He says I've been on the sherry all day as well. I haven't. I've been drinking brandy as well. So, he wants me to tell you what films I've been watching, I think. Right, let me see if I can remember now. Where's my notes? I made some notes I have just so I could remember the films, see what I've been watching. Right, the first one was not a remake. It was one of those before sequels, you know, a beforequel. Is that what it's called, love? He's shaking his head, he is. So the first one, it was about the baddie from that film. You know the film, 1,000 Dogs with Spots. It's called Mina. Mina. I'm sure that's what it's called. Mina LaFlange. I think that's what it's called, love. Why are you shaking your head? He's looking at me like I'm a mad old woman, but I'm not, love, right? So, I'm being... What's he said? Mike's asking, did he bring me anything nice from the boat trips? He did. He brought me some duty-free sherry, actually, as it happened. So I've been drinking some of that and some of the brandy because I ran out. So I've been drinking his brandy as well. Yes, the one for your sangria. He's not going to be able to have sangria tomorrow now. He's going to be furious. Right. The first film is called Mina. It's a beforequel about that lady from the film about the spotty dogs. The 10,000 spotty dogs. That's what it's called, love. It's about all those dogs. And she wants some, she does, to make a rug or something. The second film I saw, right, that was quite good though, actually. I did enjoy that one. It's got that girl in it. You know the one, the girl from the film. The other film, love, not this one, but she's in this one as well. She's in both films. That's what I'm saying. So give them a clue, innit? The other film I saw was Spirit Chasers. Spirit Chasers, but the new one. So this one isn't a beforequel, it's an afterquel. It's like a prequel, but it comes after the first film. You know what I'm talking about. And anyway, it's called Spirit Chasers. Spirit Chasers? Bashers. Is it Bashers? Spirit Bashers. Post Living. That's what it's called, love. I know, and it's updated, it's modern day, but it's got a lot of people involved from the first one. So I watched that, it was good. I didn't know what was going on, love. There was a lot of stuff in a field. But it wasn't fields like we got. It was like a golden field. The field by me is brown. It's not really a field. It's just mud. But that's what we got around here. Then the other film I watched, I've been watching a lot of these sort of films that you like though, see, love. The other film I watched was called The Fantastic Tarantula Lad. I'm telling you that's what it was called, love. I know there's a new one, but it was a different actor. Yeah, the one from that film. You know, the boy from that other film. He's English, love. Well, the new one is as well. Oh, well. Is this film, it's a boy, and he's called the Fantastic Tarantula Lad. And that's what he tells people, in it. And he snowboards around town. That's the one. I was paying attention. He always doesn't believe me what I'm saying. The next one I watched was called Killing on the Bus Replacement Service. Killing on the Bus Replacement Service. It had a wonderful cast. I watched it because they made a new one, they have, on the River Taff. They have, love. They have. It's called Death on the River Taff. Well, this one is the one before, and it's got this detective in it, and he solves the problem, he does. Killing on the Bus Replacement Service. Well, no buses are running, are they, love? It was the storms. So there was that one. So what we've watched so far, I watched Mina. That's one of them. Then I watched Spirit Bashers. Spirit Bashers. It is. Bashing spirits, they did. Then I watched The Fantastic Tarantula Lad. The Fantastic Tarantula Lad. Then Killing on the Bus Replacement Service. And the final film I watched, the last one, it was one of the Rocky films. You know, the boxing. Lots of punching in it was. But I don't know which one it was because they're all the same. It wasn't the first one because he wins at the end. And he doesn't win at the end of the first one. So it definitely wasn't the first one, but it was one of the other ones. You can work it out, love. Oh, come on. I can't make it any clearer than that, can I? One of the Rocky films. It's got Rocky in the title, and then it's got a number after it. Do. So I watched Mina, Spirit Bashers, The Fantastic Tarantula Lad, Killing on the Bus Replacement Service, and one of the Rocky films. Easy. That's what I've been watching, love. Those are the names of the films. I'm pretty sure it was Spirit Bashers. It was. And that was an afterquel, not a beforequel. Like Mina was, the first one, with the 10,000 spotty dogs. Spotty dogs, love. Right, that's it for me, loves. I hope you've had fun. Give him some change, will you? He's had a rough one. Not as rough as a lot of other people, but, give him a tip. I got a tip for you, love. Get more brandy in. It's good. Good brandy. Well, I've had fun, loves. I hope you're having a good time at home. Hope you're all comfortable. Hope you didn't lose any deck chairs in the storm like he did. I know you're on a boat, but other people got deck chairs, love. Hope you've had fun and hope you're enjoying the rest of the quiz. Ta-ra, loves. Is it still on? Well, I want to go back to drinking my brandy now and watching another Rocky film. No, before that one. Do. Okay, so those were Nana's films. Hopefully you guessed some of those. Way overboard. Ray says, I have never watched any of the 47 Rocky films. Well, one of the previous questions was how many Rocky films or in the films in the franchise. It's a good job that's not the question this week because it was fewer than 47. Glad people saw a bit of Nana there. Judy, you're not too late. I'm going to recap the questions shortly. Don't worry. So if you want to play, you just have to be much quicker because we're on the final question. Question 10 after Nana's films. Question 10. Let's see what it is. Okay. Oh, it's the pictures round. Fantastic. Okay. Name the celebrity. Identify the celebrities obscured by Ignacio's face. That's me. 5 points. You get one for each correct celebrity if this works because this was loaded on the other computer and I just managed to transfer everything over just in time. So let's give it a shot. Let's give it a try. Let's start off with image 1. All right. Topical. Oh, which way? This way. Right. Difficult to fit in sometimes. All right. So this is celebrity 1. So which celebrity is this? Whose face am I obscuring with my own? Bit of a carefree attitude there. Throwing a glass overboard. Is this on a ship? I think it is. Is that the clue? Name the celebrity in this picture. Okay, that's celebrity number 1. Pop it down on your paper. No posting the answers in the comments. And then we've got celebrity number 2. All right, bit of movement for me needed for this one. Is this like this? Yeah, this will work. Actually got a much more smug face, I think, when he sings. Who is this? Which celebrity's face am I obscuring? Bit of a clue for you for that one. They only have one, they go by one name. One name. Monosyllabic. Okay, next one. Oh no. All right, how am I going to fit into this one? Here we go. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. This is celebrity number 3. So you get 1 point for each correct celebrity. This is number 3. Kind of, she's facing this way a bit more, I think. And looking up at what the balloons. That's celebrity number 3. Then we've got celebrity number 4. Or do we? Celebrity number 4 here. Think daytime TV. Think annoying adverts. That's celebrity number 4. And then finally, celebrity number 5. This is going to be a squeeze. I'm going to fit into this one. Here we go. It's not a bad fit. Probably slightly taller than me, but I'm on my tiptoes. I think that's probably the expression he's got right now. Mein Hingladman had I. That was more than a clue than you needed, I think. I think you probably had it before that. How looking? Does Nine Inch Nails count as one name? No, it was nobody from Nine Inch Nails. Trent's got a much better hairline than that dude. Come on, man. Then we've got you lose 9 points if it's wrong, though. That's correct. If you want to guess anything, Nine Inch Nails, and you're incorrect, then you do not get a point. All right, hope you're all enjoying. Let's do a recap of the questions. Let's see how we're all doing, how we've been. Lopez Quiz. Let me resize this so it fits on the screen. That's going to be way too small for you to read. I'm going to have to squint. I'm going to have to borrow Nana's glasses. Okay, here we go. Question 1 was, what are the following phobias of gamophobia, heliophobia, and octophobia? 4 points for that one. 3 points for question 1. Question 2, what is the tallest statue in the world and which country is it in? And also, how tall is it in toilet rolls? 3 points up for grabs on this one. I will give you a margin of error when I give the answer, see how everyone's done. What is the tallest statue in the world? Which country is it in? And how tall is it in toilet rolls? And then question 3. Back in 2007, Iran claimed 14 of which animal found near the nation's borders were actually spies. Clue. In Greek, the animal is called shadow tail. Shadow tail. Bonus. Draw one with your mouth. So you should have an illustration of what animal you think it is. I'm looking forward to seeing these. If you share them on Twitter or Instagram, you get a bonus 5 points, which would give you a total of 7 points for question 3 if you get it correct. The animal, the drawing, and 5 points for sharing it on Instagram or Twitter. Hashtag Lopez Quiz so I can find it. Otherwise, I won't be able to spot it. Question 4. The name of which famous automobile manufacturer means blacksmith when translated? Which car company's name is blacksmith when translated? That's 1 point, by the way. Question 5. Which dart player has played in a record 31 consecutive world championships? 31 consecutive world championships. That would be quite the feat if I hadn't done way more Lopez quizzes than that, which I think is more of an accomplishment than a darts tournament. Bonus, what is the lowest score you can get with 3 darts? What is the lowest score you can get with 3 darts? 2 points is how many points you get for this answer, not the answer to that question. Question 6, Rafa Nadal made history by winning how many Grand Slams with victory against which player in the Australian Open? So tell me, how many Grand Slams does he have? And also, which player did he defeat to get the world record Grand Slam? Question 7, in the Nick Park of Aardman Animation's comedy franchise, what is the name of the man and his dog? 2 points, 1 for the man, 1 for the dog. A bit of a clue, might be useful for you. They named one of the Mars rovers, one of the robots they sent up onto Mars to study it. They named it after the dog. Question 8. In which film franchises do each of the following corporations play a sinister role? In which of the film franchises? We've got Cyberdyne Systems Corporation, B. Umbrella Corporation, C. Tyrell Corporation, D. Buena Vista International. So 4 points available for question 8. Question 9, Nana's film. She named a bunch of movies for you there, 5 films in fact. You get 1 point for each correct film that Nana has watched, if you can guess them from her cryptic clues. Question 10, name the celebrity that I obscured with my face. So you should have seen 5 pictures on the screen with this face instead of the celebrity's face. Tell me which celebrities they were that I was obscuring. So those are your questions. I'm going to hit you with the answers very shortly before I take a drink. David said, any chance of sending my Zebra Dog t-shirt? Yes, indeed, man. I'll drop you a message very shortly. If I'll just screenshot that so I can look you up immediately after the quiz. I know we've got a couple of people waiting on stuff. I had some. I messed up a couple of orders following delivery. I posted a bunch of stuff out, didn't arrive over Christmas for people who ordered before Christmas. I think I've caught up with nearly every order now. So if you haven't received the t-shirt, please drop me a message and I will sort that out. I've had messages from everyone who I think has received them, so I will chat to you later. But let's give some answers. Let's figure out how we're doing for the quiz, how the scores are going. Question 1 was, what are the following phobias of? A. Gamophobia, B. Heliophobia, and C. Octophobia. So 3 points there, 1 for each one. Question 1, the answer, the first one is marriage. Gamophobia is the fear of marriage or being in a long-term relationship. Gamophobia, I don't know where the term comes from. I don't know what Greek word that would potentially come from, but gamophobia is the fear of marriage or long-term relationship. B. Heliophobia is the phobia of the sun, fear of the sun, and octophobia is the fear of the number 8. Okay, so 3 points there. Marriage, the sun, the number 8. Question 2. This one was, what is the tallest statue in the world? It is in fact the Statue of Unity, the Statue of Unity, and it is in India. And in toilet rolls, it is 1,820 toilet rolls tall. So if you comment, you let me know how many you guessed, and then we'll be able to figure out what margin of error I will give. So how many toilet rolls did you think it was? Ray thought that gamophobia was the fear of Brexiteers. It wasn't. It's the long-term relationship or marriage. In a way, Brexiteers are afraid of a long-term relationship. It just happened to be a relationship with the EU. 2 out of 3 already, says Steph. Stop the quiz now. We said clowns, said Martin. Height and 8. I thought gamophobia was a fear of Nigel Farage, says David. Bit of a trend going with this one, I think. That's kind of what I was going for when I saw the word gamophobia. I was selecting fears, phobias, and I thought that's what people were going to guess. So I preemptively stitched you up a little bit there, folks. But question 2, the Statue of Unity, it is in India, and it is 1,820 toilet rolls tall. Steph guessed 20,000. That's a lot. We said Jesus, man, in Rio. We guessed 1,580 toilet rolls. Margin of error, 1,000 toilet rolls for the wrong statue. Louise guessed 600. I tell you what, folks, I was thinking I was going to give a margin of error of about 200, but I'm feeling particularly generous, and I'm going to give a margin of error of 500 toilet rolls. 500 toilet rolls. Wayne says, please let's not get into braces again. We're not. Don't worry about it. I don't think anyone is thinking about that right now. I think there's a lot of other pressing issues. Still a thing that haunts me to this day, but every day is a new challenge. Every day is a new disaster on the precipice of reality. We had almost the exact same answer, said Rosalind. No, I believe the Christ the Redeemer in Rio is, I think it's the third or maybe fourth tallest statue in the world. Margin of error 1,000. No, I've given it a margin of error. I'll give it a margin of error of 500. Tell you what, 500, okay? So you can be out by 500 toilet rolls. Maybe you can pick up a point here, some people. I thought it was the statue of Genghis Khan in Mongolia, says Ray. No, unfortunately not, man. We got 2,000, but the statue of Kim Jong-un. Maybe it is tall, but it's not as tall as this statue, according to my good friend, Mr. Google. The Statue of Unity is in India, and I believe it was the chancellor in charge with, who campaigned with, what's his face? Mahatma Gandhi, for peace. I guess the statue of on 500,000 toilet rolls. I have been drinking since the rugby started, says Sharika. Okay, fair enough. Okay, that sounds like a drinking answer. That sounds like the type of question we might get in a pub. And what we're trying to create, we're trying to do the out by 500. I wish 6,000 was closer. All right. Well, the Statue of Unity, India, and 1,820 toilet rolls. Here we go. This is question 3 coming up. The answer is, which animal was on the border of Iran that they believed were spies? 2007. Squirrels. They thought that 14 squirrels were spies. I don't know what became of the squirrels. I haven't looked into it that much because I think the news is bad enough as it is, but I do think there's something quite funny about squirrels being mistaken for spies. They do look shifty sometimes. Was that for the Piñata statue in Buenos Aires? Kim Jong III is a happy man at the moment. He's no longer the world's greatest leader. Absolutely. Although, do you think he's going to try and get that trophy back? Do you think it's like the World Cup? Every 4 years it comes around. And they have to do something absolutely crazy. Bad guano. Squirrels is the answer. So you get 1 point if you said squirrels. You get another point just for drawing any animal. All right? Whatever your guess was, you get a point if you made an effort and you drew one with your mouth. If you stuck it on Twitter or Instagram, hashtag Lopez Quiz, then I can find it and you are awarded a bonus 5 points. So it's not too late to stick it up there if you want to get 5 points before the end of the quiz. Drawing of whichever animal you think it is, hashtag Lopez Quiz on Twitter or Instagram, and you get yourself some bonus points, 5 bonus points. To be exact, what are we on? Question 4. Which car translated the name means blacksmith? It is Ferrari. Ferrari means blacksmith. It's a word for blacksmith in Italian. We guessed fox, which are just big squirrels if you think about it, says Martin. I mean, I have thought about it, and squirrel is a rodent, and fox is a canine, so no point, my friend. I'm sorry. Good effort. Steve says this is not going well. Well, let's just see how badly everyone's done. That's kind of what Lopez Quiz is all about. I think people have forgotten just how tough Lopez Quiz is, based on the 80s cartoon of what? Secret Squirrel. Oh, is there an 80s cartoon called Secret Squirrel? That might destroy my idea of a children's spy novel based on a squirrel. There's conspiracy that there are no such thing as birds. They're all spy drones. Well, people have some quackers ideas, don't they? They have some truly nut stuff. Not a platypus, says Sharika. No, not a platypus. Although, to be fair, they do look a bit shifty as well, if you think that's what the animal was. But whether or not you'd see one on the border of Iran, that's another thing entirely. Don't knock the noble platypus. No, but Ferrari. The answer is that's translation for blacksmith. It's originally from the word blacksmith, and that the logo. The reason the logo is the horse, not just because of how fast it goes and horsepower, etc., but because of the horseshoe. That's why the Ferrari logo is such. Secret Squirrel. I didn't really. There was a cartoon called Secret Squirrel. I feel like you guys are lying to me now. I'll have to look it up and find it out later. Maybe questions for the next Lopez quiz we managed to do. All right, question 5. Which dart player played in 31 consecutive world championships? It is, in fact, Steve Beaton. Steve Beaton. I don't know if he won any, but I know he's played in the most consecutive finals, right? Maybe he's a great player. I don't follow darts. I do apologize. Steve Beaton. And what is the lowest possible score you can get in darts? The answer is 3. I mean, I've gotten lower than that after drinking some of Nana's sherry. I've got a grand total of 0 once playing lawn darts. If you've played that. Secret Squirrel. I'll have to check it out. It was good. I thought it was 70s though. I'll Google it. I'll find out for next time. Next Lopez quiz. I managed to work that one out from Ferris. Bravo. Steve Beaton, 3. 3 is the lowest score you can get in darts. That's by hitting 1 each time. Who? I know I've never heard of Steve Beaton either, but apparently he's got the world record. He's played in 31 world championships. Could score 0. You can't because it doesn't count as a score. You have to score, the dart has to hit the board. We got multiple people saying the same things. No, I looked it up, and technically the lowest score you can score with 3 darts, because otherwise it's classed as a miss, which isn't classed as a score. I put 0 because I missed. Okay, lots of people guessed exactly what I guessed before I looked it up and I did the work for you. Don't worry, the answer is 3. Oh my word. Okay, getting a lot of repetition in the comments here. I feel exactly like I did back when I used to be accidentally on mute a lot of the time, and the "you're on mute" used to pop up. 30 plus world championships with a name like Beaton. Okay, that's why I assumed. I don't think he's won much. I think that's why. That's maybe why his name is Beaton. A bit of nominative determinism going on maybe there. How many Grand Slams has Rafa Nadal won? He's got the most in the world for a man with 21. All right, 21 Grand Slams. And the person he beat in the Australian Open, who he just beat in Mexico as well, is in fact Daniil Medvedev. Okay, Steve Beaton, the bronze Adonis, former world champion. Oh, he has won then. Excellent, good to know. I'm glad to hear that Steve Beaton managed to correct his surname. 1 point so far. I'm feeling confident, says Sharika. Who knows? Some of these scores go a bit crazy, and maybe there's some bonus points to be had as well. If you did a draw, you get 1 point just for doing a drawing of the animal. So if you have done any animal, even if it's the incorrect animal, you gain yourself a point. So remember that when you're scoring yourself up. Okay, so 21, that's how many Grand Slams Rafa Nadal has. And he beat Daniil Medvedev in the Australian Open. Question 7, Nick Park, what is his comedy creation? The 2 stop motion animated characters are, of course, Wallace and Gromit. Wallace and Gromit. Gromit celebrated his birthday recently, obviously, which was February 12th. And we know this because he circles the date and he puts birthday on the calendar in one of the Wallace and Gromit movies. Steve Beaton is apparently known as the Bronze Adonis. Really? Okay. Secret Squirrel is a series of spy fiction parody cartoon shorts made by Hanna-Barbera in 1965. Ah, cool. I'm a big fan of Hanna-Barbera stuff, so we'll have to check it out. 3 points so far, no drawing. Okay, shame. Wallace and Gromit. I assume some people got that. You know, there's not many stop motion famous man and his dog from the UK shows. Wallace and Gromit, question 7. Question 8. These are the films, these are the companies. What evil corporations, what are they from? It is in fact A, Terminator. Cyberdyne Systems is from Terminator. B, Umbrella Corporation is from Resident Evil. Okay, Resident Evil, the adaptation of the video games, very loosely adapted in the early to mid 2000s, and they kept going for ages. There's still sequels, but the remake is much more to the video game, much more similar to the video game Resident Evil 1 and 2. Umbrella Corporation is from Resident Evil. That's B. C is Blade Runner. Tyrell. I thought it was Tyrell Industries, but apparently it's Tyrell Corporation. My bad. Blade Runner. Tyrell is from Blade Runner. And D, Buena Vista International is from every Walt Disney film from 1956 to 2009. Speaking of evil corporations, every Walt Disney film 1956 to 2009 was distributed by their company Buena Vista. So you get 4 points for question 8 there. Terminator, Resident Evil, Blade Runner, and Walt Disney. 4 points for question 8. Question 9. This was Nana's movies. Oh my word. Some of her clues for this one. The first one, all right, Nana's film. She named 5 films she'd been watching, my Nana, and you had to tell us which 5 films she's seen based on the titles that she's given them in a sherry-based delirium. So question 9, the answers are these 5 films. Here they are. The first one was Cruella. Cruella, not Mina, as she called it, Cruella, which is in fact a prequel. That's the word she was looking for, prequel to 101 Dalmatians, not 10,000 Spotty Dogs. Then we had Ghostbusters Afterlife. Ghostbusters Afterlife, which is a sequel, direct sequel to Ghostbusters 2. Did really enjoy it, actually. It was directed by, well, it was actually produced as well by Ivan Reitman as well, who recently passed away. But it was directed by his son. Then we've got The Amazing Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man, not the Fantastic Tarantula Lad, as my Nana called it. Then we had Murder on the Orient Express, not a killing on the bus replacement service. Murder on the Orient Express. And finally, Rocky IV is the film that Nana had been watching. Rocky IV. She said it was one of the Rockies. It was one of the ones where he wins at the end. She must think, that's all of them, surely. He doesn't win in the first one, which is probably the most realistic of them all. But I do like a bit of Rocky IV as well. Who doesn't? You know, who doesn't like a montage? I want to see a montage of Nana getting ready for a big fight. Cruella, Ghostbusters Afterlife, The Amazing Spider-Man, Murder on the Orient Express, and Rocky. And then we've got our celebrities. Who are the celebrities that my face was obscuring? In the order that I showed them, I'm going to read them out, and then I'm going to put the answer on the screen, which is not in the order I showed them. First up was Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot. Or Gal Gadot. I don't know how she pronounced it. Gal Gadot, that doesn't sound right. Gal Gadot. The actress from Wonder Woman, and the screenshot, I believe, was from the Death on the River Nile, whatever it's called. Then the sequel to Murder on the Orient Express by Kenneth Branagh, which has been quite trashed in the reviews, but I still want to see it. Gal Gadot was the first image. The second was Sting. Sting, real name Martin McWasp. Sting was the second image. Then third up, we had, I think, Avril Lavigne. I think that's the third one I showed. Avril Lavigne. She's going on tour again next year. I think she released her first album record deal 20 years ago, just to make anybody feel old. Avril Lavigne. Then fourth up was Philip Schofield. I might have mixed them up, the order of those two. Philip Schofield. We Buy Any Car. And finally up was Alan Wynne Jones. Alan Wynne Jones of rugby fame. Not talking about rugby today, but the last one was Alan Wynne Jones. So we had Gal Gadot, Sting, Avril Lavigne, Philip Schofield, and Alan Wynne Jones. Sting's real name, says Paul. Yes, Sting's real name is in fact I think it's Martin McWaspy. That's his real name. Some people think it's Gordon Sumner or something like that. It's not. Martin McWaspy. Why do you think he's called Sting? Obviously. Avril Lavigne, Alan Wynne Jones, Philip Schofield, Gal Gadot, Sting. In not that order, but you get 5 points, one for each correct celebrity. So here are the answers for them all the questions up on the screen. Let me resize that, make it a bit more legible for people. There we go. Those are the answers up on the screen. Alan Wynne Jones, didn't he sing The Snowman? We're walking in the air. Okay, so total them up, folks, is a total of 34 points up for grabs. 3 points for question 1, 3 points for question 2, 7 points if you got, for question 3, if you got squirrel correct. Also, you get a point just for drawing any animal, whatever animal it is you guessed, you get a point for it. And 5 points if you manage to share it to Instagram or Twitter, hashtag Lopez Quiz. Question 4 is Ferrari, all right? It means blacksmith. That's where the name comes from. Then we've got question 5, Steve Beaton. And the lowest score you can get in darts is 3. That's with all darts hitting the board. Otherwise, it's classed as a miss, not a score. Question 6, you've got 21. That's how many Grand Slams Rafa Nadal has. And Daniil Medvedev is the player he beat in the Australian Open to get his world record Grand Slam. Then we've got Wallace and Gromit is question 7, 2 points. Question 8, Terminator, Resident Evil, Blade Runner, and every Walt Disney film between 1956 and 2009. Then we've got Cruella, Ghostbusters Afterlife, The Amazing Spider-Man, Murder on the Orient Express, and Rocky IV. Avril Lavigne, Alan Wynne Jones, Philip Schofield, Gal Gadot, and Sting. So those are the answers. I believe you should have totaled them all up by now. Let's see how people have done score-wise. Let's take a look. Wow, we've got some pretty high scores right in. Oh yes, 11 points. I don't feel too shabby. That's wonderful, Sharika. Honestly, that's. I think maybe people have done a little bit better than they expected to get. We've got 8 points for Paula. That's not tanked at all. All right. So back in the day, at the start of these, we know there were some poor scores in Lopez Quiz. I wouldn't have got 8 if I hadn't written these questions myself. Ray got 11 points. Congratulations. 17 out of 34 for Steph. That's currently the highest. That's wonderful. Ian got 14 in Plymouth. Congratulations. 7 for Paul. That's a good score, man. Don't shake it. Emma got 24. Emma, congratulations. 4 for David J. Stacy. Don't sweat it, man. That's any plus score is a successful score. 21 for Quizzy Rascal. 6 months of studying for this. It's paid off, man. That is a great score, but it's not the top score. Currently, we've got 24. 16 for the Avengers, for the Davengers. 12 for David. Well done, man. That's a good score also. 24 for scruffy looking nerf herders. 23 for Tucker Tuckers. We've currently got a joint first place. We've got Emma and the scruffy looking nerf herders. Who's scruffy looking, says David. 11 for Peter Bradley. Can we have a tiebreaker? That's not a bad idea, actually. Ooh, it almost was a third place tiebreaker for a second, but Una got 23. Actually changed Avril Lavigne to Britney. Unlucky. Oh man, just happy to get double digits. 13 for Nick. 21. We spent 6 months studying for this moment. Well done. We got some wicked scores there. The top 10 is looking great. Low scores on Lopez Quiz was a back in the day. Yeah, I think bonus points are going to have to make a massive comeback in the next Lopez Quiz to shake this up a little bit. I think we should have a tiebreaker though. Let me just see if I've got any rejected questions here that I wrote. Let's take a look. Where are the questions? All right, don't mind me. Just looking up some questions that I wrote earlier. I've not had a tiebreaker before. We've got, you both win. That's something that's good. You both win. All right, both Emma and so we've got Emma Krister and we've got the scruffy looking nerf herders have both got 24 points, which is astronomical score, if I'm being honest for you. Okay, we got a tiebreak question coming up. What can I ask you for a tiebreak? Some of these questions are a bit depressing, so I'm going to skip over them. Okay. Okay, tiebreak question. Here we go. So this is between Emma and scruffy looking nerf herder. Okay, so you need to write this down on your paper. I need it to be, we're gonna have to play honestly now. And then maybe both post at the same time. Will that work? We'll give it a go. We'll do a countdown. Tell you what we'll do. The first one of you to put down the correct answer to this question gets the title of having won Lopez Quiz February 2022. All right, so the question is, and it's the first one of you that posts it in the comments, okay? So fingers at the ready. This is the only time you post an answer in the comments. Tiebreak question between Emma and scruffy looking nerf herders. What is the most popular breed of dog in both the UK and the USA? Go. So I'm keeping an eye on the comments. What is the most popular breed of dog in both the UK and the USA? It's the first one to post the correct dog in the comments. So I'm keeping my eye out on the comments. This is tense. I think it's safe to say that even... Oh, Emma has come swinging in there with Labrador straight away. Is that correct? Yes, it is. And I believe David said zebra dog. That's definitely the most popular dog in my household. The answer is, in fact, a Labrador. It's a Labrador retriever. And the winner of Lopez Quiz 2022 is Emma Krister. Bravo, congratulations. Everybody give her a nice round of applause in your homes as if we were clapping for the NHS or some such thing. We will need special lighting and dramatic music. Yeah, I'm going to work on some stuff. I had some things planned that were going to look great. It didn't go to plan, this Lopez Quiz. I do apologize for the technical glitches, but hey, it's an excuse to drink, right? Mike had hot dog written down. Definitely the most popular in the US. In the UK, they probably call them like, I don't know, comfortable puppies or something, or General Puppington. That's what they probably call hot dogs. Well done, bravo. Well done, everyone. Thank you for playing. A bit up and down with the scores, but look, those scores were excellent, and we can all agree all of those scores were much, much, much higher than the final score that Russia would have ended up with in Eurovision had they been allowed to play. But they are not. They've been ejected from it for a very reason. I blame the lads, says Steve. Sorry, man. I do apologize. But, and you were quick there as well. But hopefully we won't have to have a tie break for next time. But I got some interesting tech stuff. I'm not sure when I'm going to do it yet, but I will announce. I am doing a live show in Swansea on the 16th of March. It's going to be lots of fun. I've got a great lineup. It's in the Perch. I'm going to put ticket link up online tomorrow with an event. But if you are not in Swansea and you would like to watch the comedy, you'd like to see me try out some new material, I'm bringing on some of my very funny friends. For the first time ever, we're going to be live streaming the show from the Perch into your homes. You can buy an online ticket also from a new platform I've been discussing this with, and we're going to stream the show. Hopefully multi-camera, etc., with better looking than this. It's not in my flat, it's in the venue of the Perch in Swansea, March the 16th, so just over 2 weeks away. Streaming it online as well. I'll put the tickets up for sale and event listing and stuff tomorrow, so you get a chance to book tickets to that, to come see it live in person if you're around. If you're not and you want to see it from home, which it will be available for 2 days, you'll be able to watch live and also to stream for 2 weeks, for 2 days after. Then you can book tickets either way and come enjoy it. Hope you've enjoyed the quiz. If you would like to tip me, keep me in the expensive, lavish lifestyle as you can see I live in, then it is easy to do so. You can go to my Coffee account. You can also buy some merchandise. I've got a backlog of t-shirts that I've just sent out a bunch, and I'm also replacing t-shirts, some that didn't arrive. So I've sent out some new ones. I need to send out a couple more as well. The order is in. So that is happening very soon. Hope you've all had fun doing another Lopez quiz. I know it's been a while. I will do another one of these at some point to keep you all occupied. Hopefully the world is still here for us all to play and enjoy these kind of things. I'm also doing 2 gigs in Cardiff next week. So I haven't gigged in Cardiff for a while. Got a gig in Tiny Rebel, and I got a gig in North Cardiff as well. So it's Tiny Rebel. I think it's called Tiny Rebel Comedy Club, Rebel Comedy Club, and also Beefy's Comedy Club. So that's Wednesday and Friday of next week. So come along if you're in the area. You want to come see me do my stuff on a lineup of great comedians, and also Swansea on the 16th of March. That's the big one. Folks, thank you for joining in. Thank you for watching Lopez Quiz. Stay safe and happy. Please, look after one another out there. It's a mess. What with storms, pandemic, wars breaking out, general horrible behavior from some people. Just be kind to one another, look after one another, and stay in touch. Okay, drop me a message, drop me a comment. I haven't put much stuff online lately. I've been jet setting around. It's nowhere near as glamorous as it sounds. It's pretty much like this, to be honest. Blank background lifestyle, and sleeping in places that aren't fun. But I will hopefully get some other stuff up soon. So please keep the faith, enjoy yourselves, and take care. Thank you for joining in, and catch you again soon. Take care.